also think people may get wrapped up in chasing something because the outcome is desired, but the path to the outcome is not desired. For example, someone wants a lot of money, so they get into med school. They realize they hate studying. They don't like medicine. They push through because they want the outcome and they have a miserable career in school. Maybe they're smart enough to get through. They become a doctor. They have a life they don't want for an outcome that once they achieve it, it's like, was it really worth it? And many people are chasing outcomes instead of chasing the journey. And so what you said is true, but I could find someone um, making a mistake and getting onto the wrong path and staying on the wrong path, gritting their teeth, white knuckling it, waiting for the destination. And it's like certain things, what am I trying to say here? How am I trying to say this? Certain things resonate with each individual person, which makes us particularly unique and interesting. And I'm interested in things you aren't, Raul. And therefore, I can be passionate about it. And I think when we look at people, that stand out, they're standing out because they're following their passion. So it doesn't feel like work to them. It doesn't, if they spend 12 hours on a project, whatever they're working on, it doesn't feel like it to them because they're enjoying it. And yet we want the outcome that they've attained. And so we replicate their work and we're miserable at it because we don't have the same passion. So I think part of it is identifying our passions, what we want internally, and pursuing that because most of life is the journey and just a teeny fraction of life is the outcome. So
I would flip that on
I'll
its
be
head a little
curious.
bit. I wrote a chapter about this in the first book around stop asking what do you want? Because if you ask what you want, it's an introspection and you're gonna be on this vortex all the way down. Like, do I really want that? Is this something that I really want? Is it just a desire? Is it an appetite? And then you start saying like, oh, I want these things and like, this is my passion, but what if the passion's not a good thing? Et cetera, et cetera. I think the bigger question to think about is what am I called to? What's pulling me? Not only just like in the moment right now responsibility or a bigger mission, but also like what are the skills and talents and unique aspects of life that I've experienced that I can apply to serve the other person around me. Don't quote me on this. I'm not a psychologist. I do not recommend this, and I'm whatever disclaimer you need to hear. But I heard that if you want to solve, like, if you have a feeling of depression, not like actual like deep depression, but if you want to solve like a feeling of it, just go help someone else for 3 weeks and you'll get over it. For some reason, we are meant as communal beings to help other people. So saying, "What do I want?" It is okay. It's a good starting point. I think that's level one. I think the key thing is to look at what am I called to, and to your point, what's pulling you. And sometimes that's going to be uncomfortable. And really, when you look at passion, it means to suffer. So it's like, okay, is life to suffer? Because that is a Buddhist approach that life is suffering. But I think there's a greater energy in the world and a greater way to approach the world, and that's through love. And love makes actually suffering easier. And you hear these stories of people doing great, enormous feats, but the energy wasn't like I got to white knuckle this. It's like I'm actually going to go through this with love. And some of the hardest things to do are to do that with patience, self composure, and I can't promise that I'm always perfect at that. But I think that's two ways to think about it.